Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Anna Morfidis with Monday Cards Counseling, and in today's happy hour episode, we're going to be focusing on how to stop feeling mistreated in our relationships. This is a program where we focus on mental health, mental well-being, healing our attachment style, healing our unhelpful core beliefs, reframing our thoughts, just overall creating a shift in our lives to go from experiencing it in a negative sort of way to experiencing it in a positive sort of way. And a lot of us are, no matter what age we're in, at some point, we're going to have this feeling that we are being mistreated by our romantic partners, by maybe even family members, maybe friends in our friends group. And we're going to talk about what to do when that happens and how to potentially even avoid it in the future. But there is a really big reason why that takes place in the first place, as does everything in this life, as it turns out. Nothing ever happens out of coincidence, really. Everything is there for a reason. Everything is there for our growth. Everything is always happening for us, not to us. And I was actually having a really insightful conversations, a very insightful conversation with a small group of my girlfriends, where we have been through a lot actually in the last 20 years as we have grown from like young adolescents with the absorbed core beliefs that we had, with unhelpful attachment styles, with all the anxiety that lived in us. Now we have grown into more awakened, more emotionally mature, more aware, like self-aware. We have moved through the stages of change from a pre-contemplative area where you don't even know what is taking place. We have gone into the contemplative state of being where you're actually kind of looking at the world around you and thinking and feeling, why are people treating me this way? And now we are going into, after the preparation stage, to really look at that question, right? Like, what does that question mean? You prepare to tackle that question, and then you go into the phase of action. So we're kind of even past the phase of action, to be honest, where you look at that statement and you take full control of the situation and you change it. So when we are experiencing feelings of hurt from other people, we are drawing those people in for our own growth. We are drawing those people in because somewhere there's a part of us that is an unhealed version of an unhelpful belief that maybe you're not worth more. Maybe you don't know about boundaries. Maybe you're a people pleaser. Maybe you give more than you receive. Maybe you feel unworthy. Like, what is it that you are feeling? What did you have what experience as a child did you have that has led you to be this adult today that is resembling parts of your childhood, and now people in your adult life are simply just showing you how your system is operating subconsciously deep within you. So first of all, when we are in that pre-contemplative stage, we walk around life thinking and feeling, why are people treating me this way? What's wrong with me? Like, what's wrong with this? Why is life so hard? Why can't I find the right friends group? Or what's going on here? Then in the contemplative stage, we are actually aware of the fact that, wait a second, I have a little bit more control here than I think, or than I thought that I did. In the contemplative stage, we understand that things are actually taking place for a reason, and it is happening for us, not to us. Now, in the preparation stage, we prepare to find out why this is happening for us. And each stage can take a while. Like, we can be in the pre-contemplative stage for, I don't know, like forever, really. Any stage can be from a few days to potentially forever. So you go from the pre-contemplative to the contemplative stage to the preparation stage, where you prepare yourself. And how do you prepare yourself? Maybe you want to clear out your schedule. Maybe you want to start eating differently, sleep better, just so you can get yourself in a place where you can be your best dynamic self to tackle the thing that is most challenging in your life, such as allowing ourselves to feel hurt from others. So that's going to be another key point in the preparation stage, where we reframe, people are hurting me, people are doing this to me, people are doing that to me. We're going to reframe, why are we allowing these people to treat us this way? Which part of myself is so wounded that is allowing this person to show up in my romantic relationships like this? Which part of myself is allowing my friends in my friends group to show up for me this way? Why is this taking place, right? So we prepare to tackle that. And now we're in the action phase, where we actually really, truly think about what's happening. So say, in my case, like, I've experienced a lot of hurt when I was a kid, all types of abuse. Later on, I was met with the same sort of circumstances in my romantic relationships. Even like with friends groups, like, yes, I've experienced a lot of hurt in my life, but now I realize that I was allowing people to hurt me because I was a hurt soul already. I had a really negative self-view. I had a lot of unhealthy core beliefs. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't know about boundaries. I thought that the more I gave, the more I would receive, but it's actually the opposite. I needed to change all that during my action phase, right? So I prepared myself. I read, I understood, I heard, I listened. I went to conferences. Like, I did all my work to understand. And of course, I also went to counseling school after when I started to want to change the way that I was feeling that I was being treated by people, I understood that I had a lot more control on that. And I wanted to change it. And then I changed my entire life after that. Point is, you can't unlearn what you learn about life and how much influence we actually have in the experiences that we encounter, right? So I prepared, and now I'm in the action stage, where I'm literally changing my past programming into a new programming. I'm changing my anxious attachment style into a secure attachment style by doing meditations, by doing affirmations, by looking to see, where did that come from in the first place? I did an attachment style test to see where I was on the scale of attachments. I did an adverse childhood evaluation report. Like, I did things where I would look into my hard drive, like my operational system, and what it is that it was emitting day in and day out as soon as I would wake up and open my eyes. And it was actually not the kind of computer system that would produce the most positive results, because everything inside of me was running so negatively. So essentially, all the people that were quote unquote hurting me were actually helping me. They were just showing me that I had some things to heal. I had some self-esteem to grow, people-pleasing habits to drop, I needed to change my core beliefs. I needed to start to love myself. I needed to start treating myself better. I needed to start watching my inner dialogue and start talking to myself better. I needed to start looking in the mirror and saying how much I love you. I needed to heal my little inner child that was so hurt when she was growing up. Like, I had to do all this work that was being mirrored back to me from other people, so then I can finally stop feeling hurt by them. And to be honest, it's not like I don't get triggered these days, but it's not the same like how we used to be. And now I know every time if I feel challenged or hurt or disappointed by someone, I always go within. I never point to the person and hold them responsible for the way that I'm going to feel after that experience. The first question that I always say to myself is, what am I missing and why is this still taking place for me? That way I always have power and I'm always in control, and I can always shift the situation, because if I kept thinking the other way, then I would never be able to change anything, because I can't control how other people are thinking, feeling. They have their own wounds, they have their own stuff. So I can only change the way that I think and feel about who I am, so then people can meet me at the same level. So when you are in the action stage and you're doing the work, right? And I have this book over here. This is actually a really good book by Dr. Nicole LaPera, How to Do the Work to Shift Your Energetic point of being, your self-concept, your core belief, your internal hard drive, your system, your neurotransmitters, whatever you want to call it, right? All the information that's stored in your vagus nerve and subconsciously runs basically every part of your like autonomic nervous system. How to do the work to change it. This is a very good book. So recognizing your patterns, healing from your past, and creating your new self. And this is all stuff that I talk about: meditation, breath work, affirmations, self-love workshops, changing your attachment style. There's so many modalities that we can use to start to do the work. And then that would be the action stage. And then we go into the maintenance stage where you maintain that work. It's just like if you want to get a lean body, you start to go to the gym and then you maintain that by going to the gym, maybe not so frequently if you want to set a goal, but maybe instead of going twice a week, now you go once a week. So now, instead of doing a straight 21-day workshop to create self-love, for example, maybe you do the self-love work once a week. Instead of doing gratitude every day for 21 to 60 days minimum in order to let go of resentment and forgive others, maybe you do it once a week. Like, you just maintain the new state of being and keep continuing to keep yourself on a higher vibrational level where you can still have control over what is taking place in your life. So how do we stop others from hurting us? Well, we have to stop hurting ourselves, and we it serves us best to understand where that hurt is coming from, because that hurt wouldn't be that hurt wouldn't be felt if it wasn't already present from within us. So once we understand that that is already in existence from within us and it's just coming up in order for it to be released, then we can take control of the situation and change. And the creator of dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, she always says that you can't create change from a point of non-acceptance. So we accept, this is where I am allowing people. And I hope this is not triggering, because it's not like it's your fault, but like, I don't want it to be like, oh, people treat you that way because you're doing it. it's happening for us. Like we're allowing it, right? Like we're not doing it. We're allowing it to happen because of just where we are vibrationally. So that comes in, and then we work to shift out of that because we have full control and know that we are worthy of different way to be treated. And then you can even do a vision board of how you want to be treated in your friendships. I did that with my daughter. I have lots of vision boards for my romantic relationships. Actually, I didn't do one for friendships, but my daughter did one, how she wants to be treated in her friends group. And sure enough, like she believed in herself so much. And she also did like a self-love workshop. We did it together. She believed so much that she can find it. And she did. She did not veer away from the fact that one day she is going to find what she is looking for, and she doesn't have to worry, even though it was a struggle to get there, because she's still experiencing the things that she did not like in current friendship that she had. But the current things that she was experiencing that she did not like only helped her to become her best version of herself. And same with me. The things that I would experience from relationships in my life that were challenging and hard propelled me to go into the work that I did and become also my best version. So that will never take place in my life or my children's life where we feel like people are doing things to us. It's always going to come from a point of view of why is this happening for us? And we're always in control and power. And then we just go do the work to release what is coming up for us and reframe it in a positive sort of way. I'm going to stop this video right here. Thank you so much for tuning in for another one of my happy hour episodes, where truly we try to transform the negative and challenging things in our life into more positive and beautiful experiences and feelings, and coming from maybe a victim state of being to a more powerful seat in your life, knowing that it's all happening for you and you have full control at any moment. We are so powerful. We just have to pay attention to what is our thought pattern, our thought processing that takes place. And then we can always change that, right? Through conditioning, because conditioning is what brought it to us. Conditioning is what can take it away and change it into a different hard drive, a different way of being, thinking, and feeling. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please, as always, message me. I love hearing from you. And if you liked anything about this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already to my channel or my podcast. Thank you again for your continued support, and I wish you a blessed rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.